Good morning. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to take you guys to the beach, and there's a reason for it. I'm going to dive into energetic blueprints. And if you don't know your energetic blueprint, this is a great video for you to listen to and also to work out what your energetic blueprint is. This is not only going to increase awareness for yourself, but also intimacy in the bedroom and create a deeper connection with your partner when you're maneuvering sexual situations to actually have something that you actually enjoy and want to embody. So let's go.
Safety first.
I'm here, guys, at the beach, but it's not just any beach, it's actually a nude beach. And I love the liberation that comes from a nude beach. You know, we grow up so suppressed in our bodies and hiding behind closed doors, especially not making noise or being seen nude. And actually coming to a nude beach and being in a liberating sexual lifestyle allows me to not only be open and free in my body, but also in the life that I bring forward. I remember 10 years ago, I used to also live and work on a nude resort, on a holiday resort. And I just didn't understand back then. I thought it was pretty cool that people actually had the confidence to walk around nude, to get on their bike nude, to be with the family, to play with the kids, because it's just part of a lifestyle. And the more I've come to learn my own confidence and grow within myself, I'm so free, and it just honestly feels so good. Guys, if you're new around here, I'm Katie and I talk about sexuality, sensuality and everything in between. Here to help boost your confidence, have deeper, meaningful relationships with yourself and your partner, and live more sexually liberated. I've kind of done the hard work so you guys don't have to too, and you just can go straight into your own sexual liberation journey. So I'm going to get into erotic blueprints. What are the erotic blueprints, you might be asking? So we have 5 different types of erotic blueprints: sensual, energetic, sexual, kinky, and a shapeshifter, which is a mix of all of the above. Erotic Blueprints is a look at sexual identities, and it was created by Jaya, somatic sexologist and sex educator. Erotic blueprints allow you to connect more to your sexual and sensual energy and how to boost your own confidence in a way that suits you more, how to express yourself, and how to actually have more pleasure that you actually want, and not just something because you think this is what we should be doing. I'm going to go into more detail and describe each erotic blueprint, but I'll put the links below and you can actually do a quiz or a test to see what erotic blueprint actually suits you more. Or you can just try the experiences and see what comes. First one I'm going to start with is energetic. Energetic Blueprint is obviously all about energy. These individuals are generally hypersensitive and they thrive on eye contact or touches, more so energetically than just pounding in the bedroom, if you know what I mean. If you're an energetic blueprint, you often enjoy intimacy that's emotional, physical, and spiritual, with full body orgasms. That's not just through penetration, but that you can actually use through breath or sound or movement. I definitely am energetic, and that is one reason why I am here at the nude beach. And taking the energetic blueprint, let's say, into more dating. You feel everyone's energy. You feel different people's energy. So you can't just jump into bed with anyone. You just can't sit and go on a date with anyone because you're picking up their energy, and you've got to choose and own your boundaries, own your yeses and nos to know what energy suits you best. Which is going to lead me into my next one. It's the Sensual Blueprint, and this is all about your senses. What can you feel? What can you taste? What can you touch? What can you hear? What can you embody? How many of those senses can you feel that is going to create that ecstasy in your body? And sensual is definitely a big one in the kink and fantasy space. Sometimes we take sex off the table and we feel the energy through the touch, through the sensation play, through the feeling, through the bubbles in the mouth. Expanding on this one, in regard to sensation play, I absolutely love this. For example, if you can pause this video now and just have a look around the house or your car or wherever you're sitting watching this video and find 2 or 3 things that have got a different type of touch. For example, a fork and a feather. And you sit there, close down your eyes and just gently put the fork with the sharp edges across your body. And then try the feather. Go faster, go slower. What type of sensation, what type of touch do you actually enjoy? I could sit there for hours and just be physically touched with different types of sensations. And I actually sometimes prefer this. This can lead to full body orgasms and my energy increasing over sometimes just literally doggy and penetrating. And this is a great tip for you to try on your next date night. I invite you to go and get some food, whether that be strawberries and chocolate. We'll keep it simple. During your foreplay with your partner, gradually, gently, subtly inviting them to eat and feeding them the strawberries and the chocolate. How slow can you put it into their mouth or your own mouth? Maybe put some music on as well in the background and allow your senses to heighten. So whether you're putting a blindfold on and actually just feeling the taste that is entering your mouth. This is also great to embody at any stage in your life because we get so wrapped up in this world and we actually just want to feel more, come into your body and feel the pleasure that you actually want. So that's a great tip to try for your date night. And it might be something completely different that you've never tried before. You might be really uncomfortable to step out the comfort zone, but there is so much pleasure on the other side. And another one to add when you're actually in the bedroom is hot and cold temperature play. So this is great for foreplay and it also a sensual one. You put an ice cube in your mouth and then you go down on your partner. How does this feel? Then you take the ice cube out and maybe drink a warm cup of tea and just alternate between the temperature play. This is a great foreplay one, really heightens your senses and adds a bit more foreplay and energy before you just going into that whole pounding. The more foreplay that you can have, the overall better sexual experience you're gonna have together. Like I said, I'm on a nude beach right now, guys, but I'm clothed for the purpose of the video, but on the other side, there is a lot of nude bodies and I just love how liberated everyone is. And for me, right now I'm not with my partner, but there are a few couples over there who are enjoying themselves. Third type is sexual, and basically it is what it says on the box. Sexual beings are very direct. Anything around them, whether that's visioning, hearing, or being immersed in a sexual environment brings pleasure. For example, in a swingers party, it's a great moment or a great area to be if you are sexual, because you become turned on by everyone else's energy. Whether that you're seeing someone have sex or you're hearing someone, that's a turn on. And I actually come to figure this out. I was in a swingers party with my partner at the time, and he was like, oh, which room do you want to stop in and watch other people having sex? And I was just like, I don't. Being sexual isn't actually my energetic blueprint. I'm not turned on by other people having sex. I actually prefer it if it's my friends and I'm like, oh, that's hot, or they're really enjoying their pleasure. But if it's other people, it doesn't bother me. You're having a great time, but it actually doesn't turn me on compared to if I'm in the sun, enjoying myself. This is what turns me on in my body. So obviously I listen to this. If you are sexual, you often are easily aroused and have a direct path to orgasms, often frequent orgasms. Sexual beings, as I said, can be turned on by around sex. So whether that's watching porn or talking about it, this is the moment that's actually going to get you into your body. That might be listening to a very erotic story or having your partner tell you one of her fantasy experiences. Allow her to speak or him to speak into this fantasy. That's going to turn you on. And when you bring that together, the energy in the bedroom is going to be so much more than if you just went in straight for doggy, for example. And there's no right or wrong. Everyone brings something different. I love the energy in the sun, but for example, sexual beings might be great porn stars because they are around that environment. They are talking about sex, feeling sex, being in that body, embodying sexual experiences always. And it can actually maybe a little bit easier for those just to get hard or open their legs to ready to take that because that's who they are. I've had my experience within this world. It was fun. I had experiences. Generally, I would ask if they could be outside or in with the sun, so I'm actually turned on, obviously, because I know my body. But then it just wasn't an experience that I wanted to be in because it doesn't fulfill me as much as, for example, it would a sexual person. All my videos are here to inspire you, to motivate you, and to teach you something new that you never even knew existed. Open your eyes, we could say. All my videos that I have filmed, whether that be indoors or swingers experiences or porn experiences, are on my OnlyFans page. but they are real and raw. You can see the communication between partners beforehand. You can see the nerves that I've had in my body before my first swinger swap. It is all there. You can see how turned on I am when I'm out in the sun before going into sensual, energetic play with my partners, if I'm going for a bushwork or being at the beach, for example. So whatever works for you, and just own it. Everyone's different. And that leads me into the fourth one, which is kinky. Generally, kinky people are turned on by things outside of the norm, such as public sex, being tied up with ropes, BDSM, or fantasizing over your school teacher. This is a great one that leads into sex doesn't have to be only penetration. Sex and intimacy can be being tied up. It can be fantasizing. It can be watching your partner having pleasure with someone else. It doesn't have to mean put the thing in the thing and then we go for it. I'm actually quite kinky myself, and the learnings and the healings and pleasure that I've had through kinky experiences is balancing that pain and pleasure. For example, wax play. I was in a wax play experience and I was having wax poured over me, on my body, on my boobs, on my vagina, on my feet. And it was actually feeling into that, ooh, this is tight in my body, but just breathe and surrender on through. And where else, or that actually showed me where else am I holding tension in my body in the rest of my life, and how can I just breathe and surrender through, whether that be in work or relationships, and just allow myself literally come back to the breath. It's all just about the mind. But when I could take away, oh, this is to the feelings of the mind, and just felt what actually I was feeling on my body, it was actually very, very erotic. Like I said, there can be a lot of healing through kink play, whether that's psychological play, such as submissive and dominance. For example, for a woman who's a businesswoman, who's a mum, who's very in her masculine, is very dominant in life, when she comes into the bedroom or any kink play, it's a moment to be submissive and to surrender and to let go. And generally that can be quite hard, because 90% of the time, a businesswoman or who is active in their mind and looking after the children generally often isn't present in the body. And this is a great moment, like I said, just surrender and let go. Or vice versa, someone who is very feminine in the external world, when you come into the bedroom, you want to be that dominance. You want to peg the man. You want to tie him up. You want him to be a slave. And there's a lot of playful experiences to be had within this. But just remember, we're not just going to go and tie someone up. It's all about consent and boundaries in whatever relation it is to do with sexual experiences. So remember to communicate. Voice what your desires are. Allow the person to voice, okay, I'm okay with this, but I'm not okay with that. And find the balance between it. And finally, the shapeshifter, which is the fifth blueprint. If you're a shapeshifter, you can generally adapt and take on all the blueprints around. There's more variety, there's different experiences. For example, I'm definitely energetic, sensual, and kinky. I know that I'm not sexual. I really encourage you to tap into this and to notice what your energetic blueprint is and communicate with that with your partner. If your partner's not the same, that's totally fine. You're just going to find balance, but at least you have more awareness on maybe why that isn't working in the bedroom, or why you have a lower libido, or you're not understanding the connection that you guys have got. The more awareness that it comes to you and your sensuality, your pleasure in the bedroom for yourself and your partner is just going to increase so much more. And I'm so excited for you guys to try. And if something in this video actually scares you or intimidates you, this is probably a great edge. Tap into those kinks, or if you're used to being sexual, what does being sensual feel like to you? We all have access to this in our body, so the more you can play with it, the more you can embody it, I guess the more fun you're gonna have. So if you know what your energetic blueprint is like, comment below, and maybe comment below something that you're gonna implement and try something new. Or if sex is a subject that you're afraid to talk about, you're holding on to sexual shame, or you just don't know how to tap into and connect with your own body, please reach out. I work one-on-one with females, males, and couples on reconnecting humans to their body, to feel the pleasure, to be in an environment that actually turns you on, and to enjoy it all. But that's all from me today, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video.